Hello everybody, welcome to Cyrus Kitchen Corner. I'm sorry, I know I haven't posted a video in a while because I hurt my shoulder and my arm at the gym, and I actually have not been able to cook much for the past week and a half. Today I feel a little better. Also, I have guests coming tomorrow, so I will be making a few different things, and I'll share those recipes separately with you. So let's start first with meatballs or kofte. So in this pan, I'm dry roasting all of my dry spices as well as a little bit of almonds. And I'm also going to add some chana dal here. I don't know what it's called in English, but this is the dal that I'm talking about. So maybe just a handful of chana dal in here. Now I'm gonna slowly roast everything and then make a powder out of it. So here I have, my grinder broke on me, so I had to use my chopper. Make sure that you use your grinder to grind up all the spices that we had toasted. So here's the spice mix that we had toasted. And then I took one medium-sized onion, 2 green chilies, and half a bunch of cilantro and chopped all of that up. I'm adding that in here. And this right here is about 2.5 pounds of ground beef keema, beef mince. I'm adding that. This is 70-30. And now I am going to really mix it up very, very well. So the only thing that we haven't added as yet is salt. So here I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of salt. Again, this is to your taste. You can add as much or as little as you like. Whenever I make anything with ground meat, I always fry a small patty and taste it for seasoning. So I'm going to do that and then adjust any kind of seasoning, salt, pepper, or anything else that I need to at this point. So the meat has been marinated for 2 hours and it looks good to go. So I'm gonna start making my meatballs. I have a little bit of water here in a bowl and I'm just gonna wet my hands a little bit and start making my meatballs. You can make them whatever size you like. I like my meatballs to be just medium size, not too big, not too small. For some people these might be big, but this is what I like my meatballs to be. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my meatballs. Half of them I'm gonna cook right now and half of them I'm gonna freeze after I fry them. I'll show you how I do it later. I have made 24 meatballs here. 12 of these I'm going to actually cook right now in my curry and show you. And 12 of these I'm gonna fry and freeze for later. I've taken 2 large pans here and put them on high heat. Once they are hot, I am going to directly add my meatballs into these pans. I'm not adding any oil because I've used 70-30 meat. If your meat is lean, then you should add oil first, otherwise they're gonna break. So I'm gonna start adding my meatballs one at a time. And you can hear the sizzle, that's what we want to hear. And make sure that you do not overcrowd the pan. So this is the part where you need to be extremely gentle and make sure that when you're flipping them, they do not break. You see how nicely they're browned? This is what we're looking for. I have flipped all of them over and I'm gonna let them cook on medium heat for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm gonna cover them. Our meatballs have been cooking for about 5 minutes and look, now they're probably not completely done, but at least now you know that they're not gonna break when you cook them. So the ones in this pan I'm going to cook right now, but the ones in this pan I'm gonna let them cool down so that I can freeze them. Added a 1/4 cup of oil, and now I am adding a blend of onion, ginger, garlic, black cardamom, and cinnamon. Once the onion mixture is nicely browned, which can take anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, we're looking for a really nice, creamy brown color. So here are all my masala. I've got cumin powder, coriander powder, turmeric powder, salt, red chili powder, paprika, Kashmiri lal mirch, garam masala, and 2 green cardamom. I have lowered the flame because I don't want my masala to burn. After cooking my masala for a couple of minutes, I am adding here 2 tomatoes blended with half a cup of yogurt. Now I'm going to cook this curry on high flame until the oil separates. Now you can see the oil has separated from the masala. So I'm going to very gently and carefully add our meatballs in here. All right. Now I'm gonna gently, very, very gently mix them up, making sure that they do not break. I'm going to cover them and let them cook in the masala for about 5 minutes. It's right here. If you like a thick gravy, these are perfectly fine to be served like this. But my family likes what we call shorba, which is a very thin gravy. So I'm going to add hot water to this and make shorba. I'm adding about 2 to 3 cups of hot water, gently mixing it. And now I'm gonna let it cook for another maybe 5-10 minutes on very low heat. Our koftas, or meatballs, are absolutely ready. I am going to garnish it with a little bit of cilantro before I serve it, but other than that, it is ready to go. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.